which is gonna be up there when it comes to my favorite books of the year. I don't know that I'm in the mood for fiddly stuff. Okay, so what we have is... Hi, I'm Sock Marionette, doing business as Bargain Counter Argument, and I'm a middle-aged lady in a tiara talking about books and opening some fun mail. I actually got most of this stuff last week. As I'm recording this, it's Tuesday, June 2nd. I was going to talk about this yesterday, but we're having some chimney repair done. So right now I'm sneaking it in before they show up, because this should be the last day that they're working on it. I did get some pictures from the backyard, which I'll add to the end of the video so you can see that. Well, last Wednesday, I got a couple of things in the mail. I think I got packages like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. That's really not important, because what I got was an order from Amazon, which is like stuff that I ordered for myself. So it wasn't a surprise, but it was still lovely. I have this, which is a robe and nightgown set in a light, sort of a lilac color. It's very nice. Most of my sets like this are like some kind of microfiber plus a little bit of spandex for stretch. This is 100% woven cotton. It's really nice to have that. I like the other stuff just fine too, but it's kind of nice to have like nice crisp cotton, especially when it's really hot out, which it hasn't been. It's actually been kind of cold, but I'm okay with that. And then I also got some books. I already had The Soldier's Scoundrel by Cat Sebastian. And then I also ordered the other two books in the series, and I'm not sure in what order they go. This was the first, and this is The Ruin of a Rake and The Lawrence Brown Affair. I haven't read any of them yet, but I love Cat Sebastian so hard. I really like her like late 50s, early 60s duology. That was We Could Be So Good and You Should Be So Lucky. Especially You Should Be So Lucky because it was baseball, and I like baseball. And then she recently published a contemporary, Starshipped, which is going to be up there when it comes to my favorite books of the year. So that was contemporary. I really like that a lot. So yeah, I'm going to dive into these. I don't know if I'll read them specifically for Pride. I have another book that's coming later today, and that is because it's release day for Father Material by Alexis Hall, which is a follow-up to Boyfriend Material, Husband Material, and now Father Material. So I'll probably reread Boyfriend and Husband before diving into Father, because it's been a little bit of a time. So that's what I got from Amazon. And I also got a lovely surprise package from my pal Kristin. And she told me a package was coming, but I had no idea what was in it. What could be in it? And I was going to open it on camera, but I didn't feel up to it, but I wanted to see what there was. And I was glad I did, because there was a bear and her bunny companion. And I'm glad I didn't leave them in a box for like a week, because that would have been an unhappy situation. Anyway, she is a fancy little bear, and she has a fancy little companion. Her name is Clarita, and her name is Fillmore, for a couple of towns in California. Thank you, Kristin. So they've been hanging out with me, not in a box. But that was not all. She also sent me, a couple of, where's the other one? She sent me two, diamond painting coasters, you know, the kind where you put in the little gems to make coasters. And I love that she said, I was talking about like I might try it with an inexpensive kit, because I haven't tried it and it seems like it would be really fiddly, and I don't necessarily enjoy fiddly things. But I was also joking that I would want to get two so I could kit bash them, basically by using the gemstones, like switching up the colors and using the gemstones. So she sent me two. So that's pretty cool. So what I can do is, instead of making a solid pink and a solid purple, well, they're not quite solid. There's variations in color tone there. I could switch them up and have them be like speckled or something. Thank you very much for that. I'm not sure when I'm going to approach it, because right now, I don't know that I'm in the mood for fiddly stuff, and I don't want to approach it when it might be just frustrating rather than enjoyable. And she also sent me this lovely tea canister. And this is, let's see, there they are, the usual hunt for my reading glasses. This is Nature's Hearth Tea Company Orange Blossom Honey Green Tea. And look at that. Isn't that pretty? It's a lovely, and I haven't tried it yet. And I know I won't have to share it with Mom Marionette because green tea does something funny to her. It smells lovely. Do I have that? And, of course, I need something to drink it out of. So she sent me this tiny mug. This is almost like espresso. It's that me espresso. Move it up, left, right, down, switch it up like Nintendo. And then a much larger mug, also very pretty and floral, with a saucer. Ooh, and it came wrapped, like the saucer was tied to the cup with this lovely sheer ribbon, which I'm sure is going to festoon the neck of a stuffed animal at some point before too long. So that was a lovely box from Kristin of the Never Ending TBR in Kristin's Corner. I'll link in the description. And, okay, I'm not sure if I mentioned this before. I'm sure I must have, but just in case, it doesn't hurt to revisit. And this was just... my elbow nudged the box. And this is an ornament that my friend Gina of Perfectly Imperfect Junk Journals sent me. And it's like, it's transparent, and so I can hang it. Let's see if I can get this where you can see it well. I can eventually hang it, there we go, hang it in front of a light. It's been hanging on the big tree in my bedroom, and thence it will return. So, but I wanted to make sure I showed this because it was a lovely thing to get in the mail. This was several weeks ago. It was a lovely surprise. And I think she actually has a video about how to make these. So, link in the description to her channel, and if I can find the video, I'll put a direct link for that as well. Those were the lovely things sent to me by lovely people, and I have one more package that I got last week. This one I have not yet opened. It is this mailer with a trade paperback book in it. What's the book? I don't know. I was searching around for a subscription service for books, and I found this one. This is the Romance Reveal book box, and I ordered... I believe it's only available in the United States, and they have different tiers of subscription. So I ordered the most basic one, which is just a book. I'm going to put the image up on screen so you can see your other options, which are 2 books with swag, 4 books with swag, and 6 books with swag. You can see the price. You can see the prices here, and the shipping fee is $5 across the board, no matter how large or small your subscription is, plus any applicable sales taxes in your jurisdiction. So in addition to choosing what level of subscription you want to have, you also have a form to fill out, which will show what your preferred subgenres and tropes are. So I will pop up mine on screen so you can see what I asked for. Let's see, we have billionaire, fake relationship or marriage of convenience, male, dark, friends to lovers, rom-com, or small town, and there are other options. That's just what I chose this time. So I wanted to show that to you so you could so that when I open this, you can kind of judge for yourself how well they filled the brief. And I should point out that when they when I ordered this, they sent it very promptly. They say that they'll ship it within 10 days of ordering it. I think they gave themselves some leeway there because they shipped it a lot faster for me. And also they sent me, I did not ask for this, they just sent me a code to share. And if you use that code, I'll link in the description, I will get a $10 credit and you will get $10 off. Again, this is not sponsored in any way. I didn't ask, they didn't ask it. Okay, so what we have is Never Tell Now by Kimberly Chance. Not familiar with Kimberly Chance, not familiar with this book. Oh, and I think they also say that any book they send you will either be, if it's not a standalone, it will be the first book in a series. So you're not going to end up with like the 3rd book in a series. So this is Dayton Springs, book 1. And it is Callie Dawson had her future all mapped out until her long-term boyfriend dumped her and left her with an eviction notice instead of a shiny engagement ring. Ooh. Better off without him. Now she's back in her sleepy hometown, single, jaded, and absolutely done with love. But when her cousin, whose photography business is barely clinging to life, begs Callie to help with a romantic blind date photo shoot, Callie can't say no, even if it's weird and cringe and definitely a bad idea. Bracing for an afternoon of awkward small talk and forced smiles, Callie anticipates the worst. Then he walks in, the grumpy, ooh boy, yet ridiculously hot local mechanic with a knack for flipping vintage RVs. Airstream. With a knack for flipping vintage RVs, and Callie's carefully fortified walls start to crumble. Jensen Shepard isn't looking for a relationship. He wears his painful past around like armor and only agrees to do the photo shoot as a favor to a friend. But being around Callie starts to stir something in his long-shuttered heart, something he's not sure he's ready to feel. And the photos from their shoot, yeah, they go viral. Of course they do. Man, this is just like hitting all the whoa, oh, there's some stuff in there. Hitting all of the beats. Sounds like it'll be probably pretty fun. Okay, and here is the, whoa, they actually have, this is a FAQ from Reveal Book Box. Put it up there, you can pause and read it in more detail. And let's see, what else do we have in here? Oh, there's a giveaway. If I post a picture or video unboxing on Facebook, Instagram, or TikTok, tag romance. Okay, not YouTube though. They don't really. They really prefer those other platforms to YouTube when it comes to giveaways. Just not them particularly, but just in general. And welcome. Okay, so this is supposed to be signed. Let's see. It is. Ooh, pretty. And it has. Oh, this is nice. This is self-published because this is Kimberly Chance, and her website is www.kimchance.com. Cover design by Emily Wittig. And as you can see, there's some nice stuff. The chapter starts, and some very friendly print. It's an interesting font, and it's nice and big. So yeah, that should be fun. So that is what they sent me. It should be a lot of fun. Had a guess, I'd say it might even be available on Kindle Unlimited. So yeah. So I'm looking forward to reading it. And let's see. I think that's everything. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, comment, share, subscribe, or don't. I'm not the boss of you, and I hope you have a good day or night.